Welcome to GriffoMedia.com. My name is Griffo. Quite excited this week. I've taken shipment of a wheel replacement, which is replacing a gaming wheel I've used for the best part of 5 years, the Logitech G29. And I'm a big fan of the Logitech G29. I've got to say, it's a good entry wheel. It's lasted me the best part of 5 years. I remember buying it on Black Friday at a price point of about 149 quid. And it's never failed me, never broken down once. I actually sold it this week in replacement, the Fanatec CSL Elite, which is kind of Fanatec's entry wheel, but let me tell you, it's a step up from the Logitech G29. It really is. Night and day difference, as a lot of people say. It's just a gorgeously made wheel, really good build quality, feels solid. The rim is a lot bigger. You get the quick release, so obviously you can buy compatible wheels with the Xbox One, works with the PC and the PS4 and the PS5. And I'm sure my converter will allow me to work on the Xbox 360 and also the PS3. Anyway, this is my cockpit. So it's got the Fanatec wheel, the base, and the pedals as well. And then, of course, it's mounted to the Track Racer cockpit. Now, this is Griffo Media, which is my company. And this is where I do a lot of my work during the day, voiceovers and stuff like that. I've got my dartboard in here for some spare time. Obviously, my driving rig. You've got to have stuff like that in your studio. It's the weekend, so there is a beer on the go. And this is kind of my studio where you can see Neumann kit and the Mac and all of that. That's where I do the voiceovers. So, yeah, this is the studio. And it's been in operation just over a year. Custom built, actually, inside our double garage, whatever you want to call it. But it's a lovely working space. So I kind of just show you the kind of area that I'm working with here. We kind of just go 360 degrees. It's just a nice place to come and exercise bike out there. Like that gets used a lot. And yeah, so this is where I come, and this is where I film all my racing videos. And so the new wheel's in place. It's all hard bolted to the Track Racer, and I'm really happy with it. Couple of snags, which I'm going to tell you about in this video today with compatibility, especially with the PS5. It's workable, and once you get your head around it, it works fine. Dirt 5 now has force feedback, but not natively in PS4 mode. And I'll tell you why in a second and tell you how you can actually make it compatible. But the stuff that I've tried this on, the racing wheel that is, the PC kind of arcade racing games like Mario Kart DX and Grid, Outrun Arcade, it just works amazing. It is really good. And also Sega Rally 3, one of my favorite arcade racing games, force feedback's ace. You can basically, in the Fanalab app, or the program on the PC, just absolutely just get into the bones of the racing wheel, change rotation, feedback strength, and all of that. And no disrespect to Logitech, because that entry G29 or G920 for the PlayStation is a great wheel. It served me well, but the difference between the two, it's immense. And I'm really happy with the purchase. Cost nearly 600 UK pounds on the Fanatec website. I've got to say, kudos to them guys. I got it within 2 or 3 days from Germany to the UK, UPS. Happy days. So let me hop into this. I'm going to show you exactly how we get Dirt 5, and we're just going to flick through some of the other features that you've got on the wheel. Obviously, this is going to be my wheel of choice now on all my racing videos for the future. So yeah, nice upgrade, not breaking the bank too much. Just wanted to try it out, and I was intrigued for a while. And, you know, obviously the rims will change, and maybe the club sport base will go in eventually, or maybe the podium base. Once you start with Fanatec, yeah, it becomes an addiction, I believe. Anyway, let's hop in, guys. I'll show you. And this is Christmas time, it's 20th of December. So hopefully you're getting maybe Fanatec kit or PlayStation 5. The kit, PlayStation 5, gaming PC, which runs VR. Obviously the PlayStation 5 does run VR. A lot of people on my videos ask where the camera is. That is it. I've got kind of mood lighting in the studio at the minute, so I'll lighten it up Some cable management still needing to go in at the moment, but I'm just going to kind of put all the lights on here so that we can get a proper view in here. So yeah, you can see gaming PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, and a plethora of some of the best racing games. You've got my VR headset kind of in the way there. If I kind of move it, you can see we've got some pretty great kind of retro games. There's just loads of them and loads of them and loads of them, and you know, all of that. So here we go, guys, and we're just going to hop into the seat, stick this on a tripod. But yeah, this is Griffo Media, and a lot of people commented on my video saying, oh, I'd like to see the rest of the studio. What does it look like? Well, now you know, guys. It's my space. It's my working environment, and I love it. So thank you for subscribing. Hit the like button. Any questions, you know where to comment just below. And yeah, there's my additional mic kind of just mounted behind. There's a lot of wire cabling management to do behind there, but I'm going to leave that till the new year. I'm just going to enjoy Christmas and happy racing. Let's hop in. So here I am. I'm sat in the chair of my track racer with the Fanatec wheel. We're on the PlayStation 5. So at the moment you can see that blue LED light shining. That means it's in PS4 mode, the actual wheelbase, with a PS4 rim. And so I'll take the controller in, I'll assign it with the X button. So that means now I've got complete functionality of the PlayStation 5 home screen with this little joystick here. It's not a D-pad like you'd get on a PS4 controller, but it does a job. You're only going to use it for navigation, really. So here's the thing, in PS4 mode compatibility, Dirt 5 doesn't work, and I'll show you. I'll just scroll down to play and hit X. Already in a game here. But that is where the functionality ends on Dirt 5. There's just nothing I can do to get into the game. So what I do need to do on the actual wheel here, hopefully you can see this, is hold the mode button for a little while. It'll go yellow or orange, controller disconnected, and then it goes at purple. Bright purple then means I can hit the PS button again, assign the controller, and now I've got functionality on the wheel. Not only that, I get the full proper rotation in the game, and I also get force feedback. So if I hit restart and confirm, I'm going to race here, just get comfy in the chair, because my pedals this time are set quite far back. I thought if I'm going to dismantle this rig, which I did do when I chose this wheel over the Logitech G29, it all had to come out, and it's painstaking. I've still got to properly kind of rewire everything, even though I've kind of done the main part of the wiring, so it's all behind the screen, but I will rewire properly in the new year. Can't be bothered at the moment, it's Christmas. But anyway, yeah, so the wheel is now able to function. So confirm. And as you can see, now able to use the Fanatec CSL Elite with the PS4 rim, but in compatibility mode on the PS5 with Dirt 5, and it works awesome. Force feedback could be a bit heavier. It's there, and it's set to the max, because like in the options, if I just go to settings here and hit the X, and then we go to input, and here's another interesting thing as well. It thinks I'm using a Logitech G29, which I'm not. So I guess every racing wheel you're going to use with this game at the moment, it thinks it's that. At a guess, if you're using a Thrustmaster wheel, Fanatec, Logitech, Mad Catz, whoever makes wheels, Momo, is it? It literally thinks you're going to do that. But the wheel rotation's nice. The only thing is force feedback. If I go to input settings, steering inputs, kind of really can't go down on that. If I can use the controllers, nah. If I hit X, what happens? Nothing. So I really don't know, but it works okay. In fact, it works more than okay. It works, and that's the main thing. So yeah, I'm in the game. Force feedback, yeah, like I say, a couple of weeks ago wasn't working at all. So It's the kind of force feedback that you would get in the arcade, you know, but you know, if you're used to playing some of the racing games nowadays, you get a proper shudder. You don't really get that with this. It's there, but it's subtle, and you know, it does a job. Obviously, we can flick through the views, which I'll do in a minute. Just trying to work out which button it was for views on this. Woo! Crash! I'm just going to brake for a minute and see if I can get to the view mode. Resume. It's camera mode, isn't it? R3, reset to track. Maybe we have to use the controller for that. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a controller thing, which it's set on the top button here, which is the R1, which you don't get on here. Potentially, I think you potentially could modify it, but you can see I'm having to click through the controller to do that. Well, that's fine. Once you've found your view, you're not really gonna go through them unless you're doing a demo. But anyway, so that's that. I thought we'd kind of tick that box, hit the PS wheel. I'm then gonna come out of this game. We're gonna go home, and then gonna click this back into PlayStation mode, which is blue. We're going to go across to, and it says I'm disconnected, which I'm not, just wants me to reassign, which I'm going to do. Then we go across Drive Club. There's an interesting one with Drive Club again. Drive Club, does it work? No, it has to be in compatibility mode. I'm going to show you that one after I show you Gran Turismo Sport. Gran Turismo Sport works flawlessly with the Fanatec wheel. It's almost like it was meant to be. The Rev Counter here, which is one of the glorious features on this wheel. It just looks amazing. Obviously, you get the Rev Counter here, or however you want to set it up really. Little LCD display here. Looks amazing. The wheel, by the way, is, well, probably about 10% bigger, I would say, than the Logitech G29. It just feels more like a racing wheel. I don't really want to say one feels like a toy and one feels like the real McCoy, but there definitely is a quality difference between the two. Obviously, you've got the intro sequence to this game, which we're just going to jolt past, and I'm just going to hop into a quick arcade single race. I've got quite an extensive garage, I think, on this now, but question is what course. We just go Dragon Trail. Only going to show you a little bit of this, in fairness. We'll do the Gardens, one of my favourites. Garage cars, obviously. For some reason, a lot of these haven't downloaded from when I used to play it on the PS4, which is fine. Plenty of time to do that, but I just wanted to show you out the box how this plays. We'll go professional. Just, you know, we'll just drive a little bit. I just want you to see the wheel in action. Force feedback, amazing. It's kind of, you can tweak it. You can tweak the wheel. Obviously, you're going to do that. It's more of a sim. But even out of the box, a lot of the cars are racing just fine. So, yeah. So, see the Rev Counter. Oh! I wasn't looking at the road there, but yeah, you can see the Rev Counter. It's nice, isn't it? So, go through the views here. It's my favourite view, this in Gran Turismo. Either this or obviously inside the car. Caught me by surprise, that first bend. I didn't even realise I was accelerating. Oh. But yeah, it's just a nice game, is Gran Turismo Sport. In VR, obviously, there's limitations. Gran Turismo 7, once that drops, of course, everybody's excited about that. So yeah, in the cockpit, your cockpit view. I think we'll end it there. But anyway, that is Gran Turismo. That is a lovely game. I absolutely adore that. What should we hop to next? Yeah, Drive Club. So I'm going to eject the disc because Drive Club isn't in the machine at the minute, but it is here. Voila. I do have an issue with Drive Club, and I'll tell you what the issue is wheel rotation. So we're going to pop this in the PS5. Obviously, the great thing about the PS5 is cross-compatibility with PS4 games. And by the way, don't rate my driving on this. This is just kind of an informative video of what works and what doesn't. So again, if I hop into this game, the wheel does work, but there's no force feedback, and the wheel rotation is horrible, really horrible. So I'll show you that. Then we'll go into compatibility mode, where we're enabling to tweak a few bits and pieces. So at the moment, blue light's on. We are in PS4 mode at the moment, so I can use the wheel. You can see I can juggle between stuff. Again, just like Gran Turismo, just going to hop into a single race. I'll look at the road a bit clearer this time. Race, as we're going to do. Canada is totally fine. Cage Point. Going to race in, hang on. Let's not do Chaos Point because I've done that in quite a few videos. Let's do Chile, and let's race in the snow. Snowy. Oh, we're in a Ferrari. Should we do the Ferrari Italia? I like that car a lot in this game. Here's a question: all these locked cars, they were unlocked on my PS4. Is it a trophy thing? Do I need to import that? Because I know the content is now down on this game, so you can't download a lot of the stuff anymore because the servers have been down for quite some time. But anyway, I'll show you how horrible this wheel is immediately. I don't know why, but it is. Maybe it always was on the PS4 with the Fanatec. So you can see wheel rotation is almost like my driving on GT Sport just before. But yeah, you can see the wheel rotation is horrid, and there's absolutely no force feedback at all. It's, I don't know what the wheel rotation is set to, in fairness, but certainly not set up for a racing wheel, more set up for a controller. Alfie Sanders well out in front. So you hit the mode button, you get the compatibility back, controller disconnected. Now it's gone purple. I can hit this controller here. Now I'm back in, I've assigned the controller. Now I go into settings, now I go into controls, and now I drop to steering wheel. You want the wheel rotation probably around 900. Even that for me is not good. Wheel assist, we'll take that off. Wheel vibration, it's that, you know? So I'll set it high, but it really doesn't replicate as high in the game. Force feedback strength, I put it on 100%, and I'll show you why I put it on 100%, because it's not that strong on this wheel. Now, I did try this game, cross-compatibility with the Logitech G29. It just worked like the PS4. Kudos to Logitech for that. Fanatec's a little bit different. Let me show you how it works, 900 degrees. We'll start that level again. We'll hop out of there, restart, confirm, and now the wheel is taking over. So force feedback should work now. And we've got the Rev Counter, as you can see. We've got the lights here, but we've not got, obviously, the LCD working. But even at 900 degrees, this wheel still does not feel like it's set up properly. Now, I've been through all the options. I've been through 480, I've been through 270, which a lot of the arcade games play at. It's horrible, really horrible. But I can't seem to find a perfect setup, which is disappointing, because if you follow my channel, Drive Club is absolutely my go-to game. I just love playing it. I know a lot of people don't like it in VR. I love it in VR, but I'm struggling with wheel rotation. I've been on Google, tried to, I can knock it down to, let's go 780, right? And we'll restart. It's just any slight movement of the wheel. Now that is better than 900, I've got to say. And maybe it's some playing that I've got to do, because that is a little bit better, but even so, it's not so good. So I'm going to quit that and see if it's any better in some lower performance cars, because Drive Club is just a brilliant game, isn't it? Let's try India. Let's run through. Let's just quickly come out of there. We'll do that. We're not going to make the weather clear. Take some rain out of the equation, that might help. Yeah. And yeah, let's go down the grades on the cars a little bit. So many great cars on Drive Club, I really, really like it. We'll drive in a Mini Cooper, that is the entry level car, just to see if that makes any difference. You know, maybe it was the high performance, but I've driven that car so many times. So if anybody's got any tips on Drive Club with the Fanatec wheel, I'd love you to drop me a line and get in touch. Because at the moment, you can see, it's just too sensitive. You know what I mean? It's just a bit too much. But it's a bit better than it was. Gotta say, a bit better. Maybe just knocking it down a little bit might just do the trick. Let's try that. Knock it down to 720. Resume. See if that makes a difference. It's a little bit better. 720 doesn't feel too bad. I think we're getting kind of a sweeter spot on the wheel there, but you can still see it's just still a little bit too much. Just getting a bit too much arc. Let's just knock it down even further. I didn't intend doing this on the video. 660. Let's do a 660. It just still feels a bit too controller. But it's a lot better than the 900 that it's default to, so hey guys, I'm going to have a play with this, but if you've got any tips and you've got a Fanatec wheel, I'm new to Fanatec, so, you know, I'm kind of learning just like, you know, anybody else that's just bought. And there's quite a lot during lockdown that have upgraded, so. Anyway, that's my video, guys. This is my new wheel. Expect a lot of content over Christmas. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Always appreciate your time viewing my videos in 4K at griffomedia.com on my YouTube channel. Hey guys, there'll be a new video dropping before Christmas, but if you don't watch that, have a good one. Love and peace to you and the family and good health. And I hope we get through this COVID thing together.